Bubba Wallace is furious after the NASCAR Cup Series race at COTA on Sunday. Following the incidents that occurred, Wallace made some shocking revelations about himself. So what did he reveal, and what did Kurt Busch say about him? Stick with us as we go over the entire situation. But before that, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button for more whereabouts on NASCAR. Bubba Wallace and 23XI Racing are hungry to do better in the 2023 NASCAR season. The team, which is owned by Basketball Hall of Famer Michael Jordan and Cup Series driver Denny Hamlin, is trying to build on its success from last season. Wallace has been with 23XI Racing since 2021 when it first started. The 29-year-old has seen important changes that will help the team do better this season. In an interview on March 25th at the Circuit of the Americas, he said, the confidence that you can forget about what happened last week and come to work this week ready to do your job." He added, "A lot of the momentum we had last year is still with us, so we're just trying to keep it going." The 23XI Racing team has a strong lineup with Bubba Wallace driving the number 23 car and Tyler Reddick driving the number 45 car. The team signed Kurt Busch the year before, but he hasn't been able to race since an accident at Pocono Raceway in the middle of the season. Busch is getting better after getting hurt, and he is now helping the team and the drivers. Tyler Reddick's 2023 season got off to a bad start. He crashed out of the first two races. The driver of the number 45 car seems to have found his groove now. In the last two races, he has finished in the top 5. The 27-year-old came close to getting the pole for the Echo Park Automotive Grand Prix at COTA, but he didn't quite make it, so he will start on the front row. Before the first race of the season at Daytona, Bubba Wallace called it the team's breakout year. "Yeah, I'm putting my stamp on it. This is our year. This is our breakout year. I'm excited, the most excited and confident I've ever been going into a season, and it starts here with the 500. Wallace is sure that the team will always be at the front of the pack. The 2023 campaign of Bubba Wallace is off to a rough start. In the first 5 races, the two-time Cup Series winner has come in 19th place on average. Something like this happened when Wallace started his 6th race this Sunday. Wallace made it clear that this was the case on Sunday at the Circuit of the Americas, when he recorded his 3rd failure to finish in the first 6 races of the season, and then provided a harsh self-assessment in the moments after his day ended early, going so far as to imply that he needed to be replaced. His record on the 2.5-mile track in the Sunshine State, which includes 3 top 5 results in the most recent 6 attempts, speaks for itself. The 23XI Racing driver spoke openly with the media prior to this year's Great American Race, and said that he was not only confident in that race, but he also had high aspirations for the full season. Wallace told reporters, "This is the most eager I've ever been to begin a season. I have a lot of confidence. I can hardly wait." Wallace was engaged in a collision early on, but was able to continue racing. He moved up into the top 10 late in the race before being involved in another collision in overtime, which caused him to finish in 20th place. The year 2023 gets off to a difficult start for Wallace. The unfortunate turn of events that befell Wallace late in the Daytona race served as a portent of things to come. The following week, in the first race of the West Coast Swing, held at Fontana, he got his 2nd DNF in as many weeks due to engine problems that occurred late in the race. He came in 31st place. The number 23 squad bounced back 1 year later at Las Vegas for the high point of this season, with a grinded-out 4th place finish, which was then followed by a 14th place finish at Phoenix. Last week, the team had trouble after the driver spun out just 10 laps into the race. The driver didn't get hurt badly, but the team never caught up because they were 10 laps behind. He crossed the finish line in 27th place and was very honest about how he felt about his performance. He then tweeted, "Long car ride back to reflect, and it was rather literal. Rookie-ass error. It's as easy as that. COTA." After making an early error at COTA, the driver is quite harsh on himself. After finishing 8th on the board in practice on Friday and before producing a decent qualifying run of 11th place, Wallace told the media on Saturday that he felt positive about his 3rd effort at Circuit of the Americas. On Sunday, the final results didn't match his positive statements, but rather his previous terrible races on the 3.41-mile track, in which he had finished 39th and 38th respectively. On lap 11, as the 23XI race car was driving into turn 12, he lost control of his vehicle and crashed heavily into the back of Kyle Larson's vehicle, as well as the side of Eric Jones' vehicle. Because the impact was so severe, Clint Bauer and Wallace's old teammate Kurt Busch, who are both broadcasters for Fox, speculated that the number 23 car may have suffered some kind of technical failure as a result of the collision. Wallace, who came in 37th place, made the disclosure a few minutes later and said that was not the case. What are your thoughts on this tragic incident involving Bubba Wallace, in which everything fell wrong despite good practice? Tell us in the comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and click the bell button for more updates. Fox's Jamie Little asked later, "What happened to the car that caused you to be eliminated from the race?" Wallace replied that they had broken a toe link in the rear as well as an oil line. "I'm just doing all in my power to avoid going down that treacherous path of self-doubt right now. 2 weeks in a row making rookie blunders, 6 years of competition in the Cup, it's time to find a replacement for me." Kurt Busch soon responded during the broadcast by saying, "Oh, he's so hard on himself. He desires the very best. On the road courses and the short tracks, which are both strengths of his, he wants to continue to enhance his performance. The mile-and-a-half races are more his speed, so to speak. You're in good shape, fella. There are occasions when errors are made. Simply put, you shouldn't repeat the same mistake twice." Busch may never compete again, but the 2311 Racing organization is fortunate to have him, since he is an extremely important asset. You can count on him to be there in the coming days to provide Wallace with some words of encouragement, and the expectation is that he will, at some point in the not-so-distant future, assist in celebrating victory with him, just as he did with Tyler Reddick at COTA on Sunday. Shortly after Reddick took the lead, Austin Dillon's car broke apart and caused the race to slow down. As the race went into overtime, the field filled up again, giving Reddick's rivals another chance to beat him. Reddick ran faster than everyone else through the dangerous first turn and built a 1-second lead before Ryan Blaney and Ryan Preece's damaged cars caused another caution and clumped the pitch together again. When Martin Truex Jr. and Daniel Suarez crashed in the first turn, it was the third caution in a row. Reddick's lead was taken away again. Again, when the race started up again, Reddick shot ahead of the rest of the field and stayed in front through another green-white checkered finish to win the third road course race of his career. In the end, Kyle Busch, Alex Bowman, Ross Chastain, and Byron came in next. It was Reddick's first win of the season and also the first for Toyota in 2311 Racing. His car was a rocket for most of the day, which let him pit more time than most of the other drivers and put him in the lead for the race. Reddick was leading with 12 laps to go when Brad Keselowski's Ford stalled, bringing out a caution, bunching the pitch, and changing the complexion of the race. During the red flag, Christopher Bell, Busch, Denny Hamlin, Kimi Räikkönen, and Ryan Preece stayed on track and took over the first place starting spots. Reddick lost the lead when he stopped to get tires and fuel. Chastain was in third place, but a slow right front tire change held him up in the pits. On the restart, there was a lot of traffic in turn 1, and Reddick quickly took the lead as several cars, including Chastain's, went out of control and caused another caution. Daniel Suarez, Chastain, Byron, and Bowman were all behind Reddick when they all rolled into the pits. So that's all we've got for today. We hope you enjoyed it. Tell us what you think of the video in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. We hope to see you in the